So far, I have been to 2 BTS concerts. And I have seen BTS live at the AMAs. So today I want to go through and give a few tips and pieces of advice on how to survive a BTS concert with your sanity and some good film. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Landon and we are here again today for some unsolicited advice, but kinda solicited. I've been getting a few messages and DMs and comments of people asking questions about going to a BTS concert, what it's like, what they need to bring, how is it once we get there, how early do we need to get there, how do we park, merch lines, etc, etc. And as much as I want to be able to answer everybody back, I thought it would be a really cool idea to just make a video about BTS concerts, etiquette, tips, advice, etc. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And since it is so fitting for BTS, we're going to have 7 different sections in the video today. Feel free to scroll through wherever you need some advice. Keep in mind, I don't know what I'm talking about either, but I'm going to give y'all my experience. The sections we're going to be talking about today are before you go, what to pack, what to wear, before the show, getting in the show, what to do when you're in the show, and lastly, just a few final tips. And if I don't answer any of your questions, please feel free to comment down below and I'll do my best to get to them. Or maybe some other army out there can help out. This is a community. We're helping each other. We all don't know what we're doing. We're just trying to go along and make it look like we do. So let's start off in section 1. Before you go. There's a few things that we want to talk about here before we go. Obviously, you need to get a ticket. Ticketing is hard. Through my 2 BTS experiences, the first one in LA, I was able to get in, find dates, get some pretty good tickets. My second day, I was in the queue for 2 hours as people were getting tickets. So I don't have the best ticket for the second one. Luckily, one of my friends came through. And I was able to get a better ticket than what I would have got in the show. But my advice on ticketing for BTS is go watch a ticketing video because that is a whole game in itself. I don't know if there are any kind of special things to get in or real. Let me know. It didn't work for me. The second thing I want to talk to you about is preloading your ticket and your vaccination card onto your phone. Now, I'm not exactly sure what your state does, but here in California, we do have an app where you can get your vaccination. Let me show you. I can't show y'all. So it's always good that you could just pop open, like I have an iPhone, so I just press the side button 3 times and then all my little wallet thing pops up here and I can choose my ticket, easily get it scanned. This needs to go for your vaccination card if you don't want to carry it around and your ticket. Here's the thing, there was no service there. I had 0 service, I couldn't get in touch with people. So having my ticket already on my phone saved me the trouble of A, having to carry it around and B, having to have internet connection to find it. So have it preloaded. Also another little fun fact, some Army and I were talking about, there is no service, so we thought it'd be a really good idea. If you have walkie-talkies, bring them. Talk on walkie-talkies. Let's take it back a step, everyone. The last thing that I want to talk about before you go is number 3, eat. Please make sure you eat. There is food there, but let's be honest, after standing in line, after trying to get in, BTS is like an hour or 2 away, I'm not hungry. I'm like so anxious and nervous and so excited that food doesn't come to me, but the first night that happened, I was a little weak. The second night, I had a better idea of what I should do and I was able to eat before, and I felt a little bit better throughout the night. So weird, right? If you eat, you feel better. Helps you get through the energy you're about to lose when JK's shirt comes unbuttoned during fake love, okay? You gonna survive that with an empty stomach? I doubt it. I doubt it. All right, the second section I wanna go over today is called what to pack. This is just a few tips and hints here. It's not gonna be everything, but what I learned the best things to pack were. First off, we'll start with the obvious. We need a clear backpack. I went through 2 different iterations. My first one was too big and the second one was just right. Another thing that SoFi let us do was to bring in water bottles that were unopened. Let's talk about how that saved my life probably. There was no way I was going to miss a BTS song. During the concert, you don't really get a break. There's no intermission or anything like that. Everything is at least a VCR video playing and you don't want to miss anything. If you did not have water beforehand, try to go buy some, I guess, because I had the jumbo one. I drank half of it in 1 sip. That's like a half a gallon of water in 1 sip. My body was like, you dumb, you need this. And I was like, you know what? I probably do. So look on your tickets, look on your venue. If you are allowed to bring that, bring an unopened water bottle. It'll save your life. Let's talk about now the most obvious thing you should bring, your army bomb. So if you do not have an army bomb, there will be the ability to buy one there. There are long lines. We'll get to that in the merch section soon. But if you're able to, I suggest to pre-purchase one before. That way you could have it, download the app, get ready before the concert venue. We're gonna talk about connecting it in a second, but just just make sure you have extra batteries. And like a lot of armies say, do not put the batteries in your army bomb until the concert's about to start. Number one, they can get a little explodey. No, I'm just kidding. But number two, they do drain really quickly. So during the 3.5, 4 hours, you're going to be having them on, trying to get that perfect army wave going. You don't want your bomb to cut out in the middle of that, right? We're going to talk more about the army bomb and some tips I have about how to not keep disconnecting it in a second. But just to finish up our packing section here, some other things that I wrote here, obviously a portable charger. Make sure you have a charger that's filled up. What I did was I wore a pair of jeans and I had my portable charger in my back pocket with the string, the wire connected out to my phone here. So I never have to worry about that. And then I can just take my phone and put it in my front pocket. And that way, if I needed both hands, I have my army bomb here, phone, pocket. Ooh. And we're going to talk a little bit about how I was able to get such good footage during this as well, coming up in a second. All right, the last few things on the packing list: heat packs or a small portable fan. Here's the thing. I know there are people that have been watching BTS in the frickin' rain and snow, and then there's people that they're going to watch it in Las Vegas. So you don't know what you need, but just keep in mind of what the weather is going to be like and accommodate. So you didn't listen to me, did you? You didn't eat before the show. Awesome. I didn't think you would listen, but what you should probably bring is a few snacks. I brought a few trail mix bars and some like trail mix packs that was able to kind of get me through that little slump of hunger and death approaching my doorstep. But it's always a good idea to have some snacks. Keep them unopened, make it all easy. And the last things, just for pain in the future of your body. I've seen a lot of people say bring pain medicines. Sometimes you could be jumping up and down, really hot and sweaty, dehydrated, all this kind of stuff, and your head's gonna hurt. You don't want your concert to be ruined because of that. And that's something you can't control. You can control, but then you can't. You don't want to get there 1 hour into the concert, you start getting a small headache, and then it ruins the rest of the concert. Concerts hurt. You're gonna get sore, but that's the fun of it. So think ahead. The last thing, I did see this on a comment or post whenever I first was going to a concert, and it's been stuck in my head. Earplugs. I don't need them, but I know some people, it's a little too loud for them. So if you do have sensitive ears, make sure. Bring some earplugs. I promise, even with the earplugs, you'll still hear them. Section 3. What to wear. Don't ask me because I have no idea. No, I'm just kidding. No, but for real, I have the worst time deciding what to wear, and I had literal anxiety trying to figure it out. A lot of people do really fun themed looks. They'll pull looks from music videos, they'll pull looks from dance practices, they'll pull looks from just famous photo shoots they've had. Some people just kind of wear whatever they want. Some people meet in the middle. Some people wear a thing that says Jimin's, which I kind of wanted to wear after I saw it. But my biggest advice is to wear layers. You never know if it's going to be cold in there. You never know if it's going to be hot in there. So what I did was I wore big fluffy jackets with shirts, t-shirts underneath. That way, if I was too hot, I could take it off. Here's my thing though. I have this really weird thing where I'm like, I can't take the jacket off. It ruins the outfit. And it does. Like, taking the jacket off can turn my amazing army looking outfit into just me wearing a black t-shirt and black pants. That's my other thing, is like, make sure you look cute, but make sure that your layers tell a story as they come off. The only other thing, I'm not going to tell you what to wear to the concert because obviously that's up to you. I know a lot of people love to dress up. I will say this, make sure you wear comfortable shoes. Even if you're sitting, you might not be sitting. My feet hurt. I wore boots and I had little cuts in the back. Oh, it wasn't pretty. I bled. One more little thing with what to wear. We're gonna have a little etiquette section coming up later, but what I think the best thing to say is, please, I know they have amazing BT21 headbands, headpieces, etc. Please, if you can, don't incorporate those into your outfit. It's cute to wear them out when we're out waiting for the show to start, but there are so many moments that I've seen where one headband can ruin the entire concert that an army is paid for. We'll get there, but just think ahead. This is something I think about as a 6 foot tall person, so I'm always worried about ruining people's experiences. Let's talk about before the show. All right. One thing to keep in mind is wherever you're going with your venue, make sure that you have parking, okay? I paid a lot of money for parking. Parking was so expensive to go to the SoFi Stadium LA PTD on Stage show. It was like $70 a day on top of the hundreds of dollars of tickets and the gas and everything, which factor all that in when you're purchasing, when you're thinking about your tickets and everything. But if you pay, parking is easy. I rolled in there. I said, what's up? He gave me a ticket to put on my dashboard. He said, go park right there. I parked right there. I got out of my car and I walked to the concert. It's not like you have to drive around. They'll tell you where to park. And I loved that experience. I just wish it didn't cost so much. Now for Vegas, I am going to be staying in the Vegas Strip. So I will be Ubering, I think. Which brings me to another point too. Schedule Ubers ahead of time to avoid really, really heavy increased rates. I'm not exactly sure I'm going to test this theory, but I'm going to schedule my Uber ride a couple weeks before. before. That way, I know sometimes like Ubers can be up to $70, $80 just to get to the concert. So just think ahead of those type of things, parking, Ubers, etc. Next up, merch lines. Okay, now this is the only time that I ever can say that I had not a bad time at a BTS concert because I got to meet so many amazing people in this line, but one of the most anxious times. I got in line when it was light outside, and I ended up getting out of line when it was dark, and I still didn't buy any merch. Hours in line. Here's the thing. I was excited to get BTS merch and everything. You would think with all the 10, 15 tents, the different versions of, like they'll have different versions. So they'll have a big main merch tent. They'll have some that sells just Army Bombs. They'll have like a limited merch one, so they sell just some t-shirts. Number one, plan that out before you get in line. Make sure you're in the right line. That is something that happened to us. Number two, if you're gonna do it, you gotta get there early, or do it on a day without a concert. I know here in LA, they had days that there was no show, but there was still a merch show. But I know that people that got in line at 8 a.m. and didn't get out till 6 p.m. I love the boys. I'm not a person that stands outside for 8 hours at a time. That's not me. I'm getting too old for that. But my friendly advice is purchase it online, Weverse. If you don't have Weverse Shop, go ahead and download that app. You can look and see, it might not be the exact stuff. It might not be everything in your size, but honestly, I love BTS, and this is more power to y'all for standing in those lines. My body's not made for it. We were probably in the merch line for a few hours, 2-3 hours, and I didn't get anything before the show, which led to one of the most chaotic, anxiety-ridden parts right before the first show of BTS. We'll get to that in a second, but yes, keep in mind, you can get your merch online, pre-buy your parking, pre-schedule your Uber. The next section in the video is called Getting in the Show. Now, we've already talked about your vaccination card and your phone ticket on your phone here. Look at my phone background. But this is the thing, get there early. So I went to 2 different BTS shows here in LA. The first show was the night with the merch. The doors were opening at what, like 5:30? I can't remember exactly the time the doors opened, but I got in line at like 5:30, 6 or whatever it was. We got out of the merch line, went directly into the line to get in, and I'll put footage in here to show y'all. It was a mess. It was an actual mess. And it could take hours, especially with these vaccination checks, to get everybody in. The first show we went to, they ended up saying because it was about 7:10, 7:15. The show started at 7:30, and there was hundreds of thousands of people still outside. So they literally were just like, come in. Just make sure to get there early. The second day I got there, we went straight into those lines. We were like, we're not playing with y'all. We're not playing with y'all. We're getting to the lines to get in. Luckily, I had a floor ticket on my second date, so I had a second special entrance to get in, which is like the privilege, I guess, you know. But I did have other people and other friends and stuff that had to stay in the regular lines. Had a much more successful time the second day getting in the line right when we got there. So my advice is buy merch offline, park the car with a nice confirmed parking spot, and go directly to the line. Just go to the line, okay? Just go ahead and get your seats, because let me tell y'all, it was 15 minutes before the concert started and I was still outside. Army, I love y'all, but I wanted to just bulldoze through to my seat. You have no idea. All right, and then once you are sitting in your seat, this is the perfect time for you to set up your Army Bomb. It's easy. You click the BTS official Lightstick app, click concert mode, preparing the concert. Okay, it normally wouldn't say that because we're not there yet, but you go to concert mode, you go through, you select the seat number that you're sitting in, click connect, you're good. My biggest problem is, you see these little things? I actually was using the new one, but it's still over there. So in this little thing right here, I actually like the older Army Bombs because it's less difficult to accidentally turn it off, right? You turn it down for Bluetooth mode and up for like regular mode. As I'm dancing, I'm like, wow, whoa, and my finger slips. Happened at least 15 times. And you wanna know what happened? I was at that had a blinking blue Army Bomb amongst the sea of like purple or green or whatever it was at that moment. And I was just like, don't look at me, I'm so stupid. I don't know what I'm doing. But I would get so into the concert that my finger would bump it to the mode. You know what I mean? I don't know if this is a smart idea or not. This is probably stupid. I might be dumb. And this is completely unnecessary and maybe only a problem I have. But I think I want to grab a piece of tape before I go. Whenever I officially turn it on, I just want to take a piece of tape and wrap it all the way around just so, let me go get the other one. I still have mine here from my theater show. Put my batteries in. All right, so now we have this blue blinking thing. So like normally I'm just like, woo! And then my finger will like accidentally slip up or down. And it's so easy to do on these things. I still don't even know what this button does. What does this button do? So I want to get like a piece of tape and like wrap it around there just so I can't do that, because it was so annoying in the middle of a concert to have to reconnect every single time. And I swear I did it at least 10 times, to the point where I dropped my Army Bomb for a good solid 1/3 of day one because I was convinced I broke it. I'm like, well, now it won't even connect. And so anyway, keep that in mind. Get my batteries out. Spend that time connecting your bomb, baby. Now let's talk about once the concert's going down, what to do, some etiquette, and how to get the best footage. Okay, number one, let's talk about etiquette, please. Please, 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 y'all. I'm guilty of it too. I'm not here telling people that I did not do this. But when you're in the moment, right, you want to raise your army bomb like this and be like, wow, woo, 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 whatever. If you're doing that, the person behind you is seeing this. And not the boys. They paid just as much money as you did, and they are seeing you wave around this crazy army bomb, which like is great. So my suggestion is head level. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? When you're rocking, boom, keep it like this. This is bright as hell. They're gonna see it. You don't need to have it all the way up here for them to see that. I promise. That brings me to my next thing. Fans and signs. Okay, hear me out. These were amazing fans that were made for me that I didn't bring because I knew that I would be blocking somebody's view. Here's the thing. There were supposed to be no signs allowed at my concert. Army's creative. They folded it up, stuck it in their shirt or something, and brought it in and unfolded it, and it's like this huge human-sized signs and stuff. And like, I get it. You want to have that moment. You're trying to have your YN moment where they see your sign, they connect with you, and that's it. And I get it. I truly get it. But here is my advice. If you do want to make a sign, please, 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 make it this big. The person that sat next to me, she did have a sign, and it was the most perfect sign. She folded it up. That's kind of how I knew about people folding it up. And whenever they would come by, she would whip it out and hold it in front of her like this. Now, granted, we were in like the front row, so that's probably not doable for everybody, but you're in the moment, you're so excited, but just please think about the army behind you, because honestly, this is what I saw a lot of day two. Woo! No, this is what I saw a lot of day two. Woo! I was on the floor didn't have elevation. I'm 6 foot tall and I still got my shot blocked. Like, you are shot blocking a lot. That's frustrating, and it's not how you want to have your money spent, because you spend a lot of money for these things. And just try to think about other army around you. I'm not saying don't bring signs, but please, if you have a sign or even a fan like this, go like this. Woo! Woo! Like, imagine if somebody was in front of you holding up a sign and now you can't see Yoongi because of that. What you would want to do to that person? You want to go zombie Yoongi on them, don't you? First off, we're in the show section. I just want to say, enjoy it. Don't worry about getting footage. Don't worry about recording everything. Live in that moment. The reason that I focus so much on it is because I have a YouTube channel. I vlog. I wanted to capture that. I wanted to give camera angles for people that couldn't see things from certain areas. So my goal when I went in there was to like practice watching and recording. So if you watch some of my videos, you'll see they're very shaky. They may not be focusing on the right person and stuff. Here's what I do. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Okay. My phone is connected to the wire. The wire is connected to the portable charger in my back pocket like this. Army bomb in this hand, phone's in this hand. Let me stand up a little bit. I would take my hand, my arm like this, practice. Do like this, boom. Hold your phone like this. I'm holding my army bomb like this, right? I am letting my eyes be my phone, if that makes sense. So I'm sitting here like, spread, spread, spread my wings. So you see my arm is locked here on my shoulder. This is so stupid, isn't it? I can't believe I'm telling y'all this. Think about your camera being your eyes like this and letting it follow you. So wherever you're looking, the camera's gonna look. So you don't have to be staring at your camera the whole time. Granted, that didn't work out all the time, but I got some amazing shots because I was able to be like, Jermaine, 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 like this. So it looks like I'm full attention to him, and I am, but I still was able to capture that on camera. So a little bit of practice and you'll be able to like, spread, spread, spread my wings. You know what I mean? And like, it goes with it. It just feels natural. If I was ever talking to them or something like that, I would like hold it like this and I'd be like, you okay? And that's how I was able to be a little bit more steady. I was practicing so I can keep it steady and I can still enjoy the concert. And fun fact, if you have a video editing software, there's a thing called a stabilizer that you can just put on a video and it will help with the shake. So that's what I did for a few of them because some of them were not the best. But that's how I was able to capture so much good footage while still enjoying my time. Listen, there's another one too. Let's say you are on the floor or something like that, hold it like this. Because like there was moments where I had to be like breaking my character of holding like this to be able to get a shot up here. And I tried to keep cognizant the entire time. If I'm doing this, somebody else is getting a shot of my big ass arm. My big ass arm, my little ass arm. And I don't want it to be ruined. I kept thinking, what if somebody did that to my fan cams I was trying to capture, you know? Anyway, my theory and my strategy for that. don't know if it even makes sense, but all right, let's go down. I know we've been talking for a long time. I hope this has helped y'all. We have one more section here, the final tips for the BTS concert. It's not much. Number one, stay hydrated. You can pass out. This type of event is the type of event that causes heat stroke, dehydration, sweating, all of that mixed into one. So just stay hydrated, whether you have to buy a water bottle there or bring one in. Number two, make army friends. I had so much fun because the first night I didn't know who I was sitting next to, and I made friends with both people aside of me, and we just had the best night. I have so much social anxiety, and I know it doesn't seem like because I'm talking to you on the camera like we're best friends. We are, but I just can't. Don't take me out in public. This is me talking in my room to myself. This is not me in public. And if you see me in public at the concerts, please feel free to comment on how socially awkward I was. I tried so hard. But it was really so much fun to be able to be around ARMY that you know loves them just as much. And there's nothing like screaming out incoherent Korean lyrics with somebody that you've never met before, sitting right next to you, and y'all are both giving it your all, both failing, but both having the time of your life. Keep that in mind. And the last thing, have fun. You're at a BTS concert. Any seat in the BTS concert is a good seat, I promise. Even at the top, you could see all the ARMY bombs and everything. The screens are so good, they're so big, so you could see everything. I even had one of the worst seats, I thought, where I was on the corner, all the way on the edge.
Not the best seat in the world, but maybe they'll come in right here.
I couldn't see the screens. I had a little mini TV right here that I could watch. So it was literally like watching a 20-inch TV. And whenever I was looking at the concert, I could only see the side stage, so I wasn't able to get the full impact or anything like that. Turns out, the best seat in the house. Lots of interactions, a lot of people walking up to the stage and pointing, laughing, smiling. All those. So at the end of the day, if it's stressful, if you're stressing out, just know it's all gonna be worth it at the end. I've had to do it a couple times. I feel a little bit more confident this time, but those first couple days, I didn't know what the fudge I was doing. So hopefully this video could help you out in that situation. So like I said, comment down below if you have any questions. Did any of these tips actually help you? ARMY, start conversations down below with helping each other out. Like, let's do this together. That's what we're here for. We're here to help. We're here to help. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you click like, comment, and subscribe. Ask more questions. Let's figure this out together. I'm so excited to be able to go back and see them one more time, a total of 4 times in like a 6-month period. Wild, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. Anyway, I love y'all. I'll be back more videos soon, but until then, have fun. I love you, bye. Would love to know them by name. So